Hey guys, got a Traxxas Revo 3.3 here. It's an older one. Just got done putting a new piston and sleeve, some new crank bearings in it. You know, just going through it. Anyhow, got it together. Started going into the breakthrough or break-in period, and the truck did not want to idle. Well, it would idle. It was running, of course, but it would not idle down, is what I mean. What I ended up finding, I went online, everybody says it's the backer plate, it's this, it's that. I checked all that. That's fine. The front bearing on these things does apparently sling some oil, and that's right from Traxxas himself. But on mine, what I found, I don't know if you can see it here on the camera, but there is a crack right there. You see that crack in it going right up it here, and that actually goes right all the way around it. Now this camera is not the greatest, but it goes right around into the port where your high-speed screw screws in there. And of course there's a silver little Allen screw that goes in this end here. So essentially this was connecting the two of them via this crack and drawing a bunch of air in it as well. So that's why my idle was incredibly high. I couldn't get it to turn down in any way. I found this by putting it in the sink. That's why there's this piece of rubber glove zip tied on here. This was still on the engine when I did it. They call it the dunk test. You take your stinger pipe off there and you put a piece of rubber glove and zip tie over the end of that, make sure it's sealed tight. Same with your carb here, and you just put a piece of line on it, piece of fuel line, and right on the inlet where the high-speed needle is, dunk it underwater and basically blow through it. And that's what I seen was the bubbles coming up. It looked like coming up out of the cap itself here, but then when I took it out of the water and took a closer look, that's when I could see that it was actually cracked here. A couple of bubbles came out of the front bearings, but I seen on the few other guys' videos, and again from reading on Traxxas, these front bearings are not exactly sealed anyway, so I guess that's to be expected. I had another carb on hand, so I did change that out. Of course, I did check and make sure there was no cracks in it. There wasn't, and the truck runs perfectly fine now. So I hope this helps one of you guys out there. As you guys probably already know, working on these things, especially if you're like myself, I am a noob, these can be an incredible nightmare. I'm actually a mechanic myself, automotive, and I figured that this was going to be a walk in the park, you know, being a seasoned mechanic and all. This is a whole new ball game, guys. It's fun. Make sure you bring your wallet, though. Have a good one, guys.